Couple of things on food. I mentioned that a soft drink is going to change its formula. One of the more popular soft drinks will be changing its formula here shortly, and it'll be on shelves by the end of the month with a changed formula. You won't be able to get the old soft drink anymore. I'll say this to you, Dave, different drink. With inflation in the world in 60 seconds, we just heard how inflation is really taking its toll now. The price of coffee is soaring right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, used cars and coffee. The prices are way up. Coffee farmers in Brazil had a weak harvest this year, and the drought has made it much worse. And with inflation, they're saying prices could be up 30 to 40% now. So there's problems with coffee.
For a cup of coffee will go up 40%?
Cup and the beans that you buy in the store as well. I can't imagine a cup at like Starbucks or something.
Yeah, they must have some sort of wiggle room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the fact that they buy so much coffee, that probably gives them a little something. But think of all that coffee that's sold at Starbucks. I mean, it's like the chicken thing that we've said before.
Oh, I know.
Think of all the chickens. Think of all
the beans.
The beans that are grown, and they're fake.
In this,
what's that?
They're fake. You think the beans are?
I don't think they're. I think they're all modified. I think a lot of stuff in this that we eat is modified unless you see organic on it.
Is that right?
Don't you?
Modified. Now, what do you mean by modified?
I mean that it's like corn and stuff. I think it's not all. I think it's grown in certain places that I don't know. I'm not trying to be conspiracy theorist, but I just think it's not natural.
We figured out a way to grow it without.
Yeah.
I saw today what people look for and don't look for on food labels, and there was one word on both lists. Like I hate seeing this on a food label. Like processed was a word people hated seeing on a food label, and that kind of thing. But one thing they loved seeing was organic, and also they hated seeing was organic. It was the one that was split, amongst
because it's more expensive.
Right? Yeah, I guess so. Like vegan was a word people hated seeing on food labels, but the word organic was on both lists. I didn't print the list, or I'd sit here and read it to you.
Genetically modified. That's the term.
Genetically
GMO
modified.
is very different.
That's where you'll see that. That's what I mean. Like on cereal boxes, like cornflakes and stuff like that.
They say non-GMO.
If it is non-GMO, they'll put it on there.
The highest demand we're seeing the highest demand for coffee in more than 50 years across the world. Yes, and prices are going to get ready to go up. I thought of you, Dave, because you're such a coffee man.
Well, your wife is too.
Oh, I know.
And your son.
Yeah, he's into coffee.
Well, cold brew's changed a lot.
That's
People love
it too.
cold brew.
People drink so much cold coffee; it's ridiculous.
I mean, the coffee used to be the mornings. Now it is an all-day thing, and not just hot coffee. Like I said, cold brew is giant.
I say it's 50% of the market.
Easily.
You think?
Easily.
Cold brew, yeah, absolutely.
50% of coffee you think is sold cold now?
Yep.
Holy hell!
I love it.
I bet Starbucks sells 50% cold coffee. Maybe 60 at Starbucks. I bet it's higher in the shops.
Maybe the food item we spend more on now. Like 50 years ago, you get a cup of coffee for 20 cents, and it's just and you keep refilling and all that. Now, Starbucks $5 and cold brew or whatever, you drink it all day. They've really made inroads. Coffee.
Yeah, them and the water industry.
I'm telling you, and I'm not kidding when I say this. I feel like once a month there's a new cold brew company. You've got to try our cold brew. You got to try this. That's why Starbucks had to start putting it in cans to keep up with everybody else.
Cold brew. Now, the soft drink that's changing its formula, which I thought it did very, very well, but they're tweaking it, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Oh.
It is changing its formula.
The littlest patriot was drinking that yesterday. I noticed the can looked a little different in that meeting we were in.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, the can is changing. It'll no longer have black on the can. It'll be a full red can. And
I think I saw a picture of it. Yeah, like whereas the classic Coke can is red with white lettering, this is red with black lettering.
That's right. Well, I believe they are. It says that when it rolls out at the end of the month in the United States, that they'll make an effort to make it look more like the regular Coca-Cola can. They're going to remove some of the black from the lettering on the can.
But not change the formula.
No, the formula's been changed. That's the whole point. Yeah, they're changing the formula. They say, the CEO of the company says, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar does incredibly well, but we want to make it even better.
Incrediblier.
Yeah.
Well, you remember when they launched it, they called it Coke Zero. I guess they thought that didn't quite sell the message, but do you think people still call it Coke Zero?
I do.
Mm-hmm. I think most people do.
I mean, they don't call it Coke Zero Sugar, which is its actual name.
That's right. They changed the name.
I'll tell you, I didn't care for it at first, and they changed the formula once a couple years ago. Much better.
Oh, did they?
Much tastier. I'm really surprised to hear them say they're going to change it again. I don't really know what they can do to improve it.
They say they want to make it taste more like regular Coca-Cola.
I guess they can.
But
I enjoy it.
Didn't you say it already tastes a lot like Coca-Cola?
To me, it did. Well, I mean, nothing beats that classic Coke taste, but this was much better than the original Coke Zero.
It has already been released in smaller markets in Europe, and several people have tweeted, and so far, the results have not been good. One person said, "I will not be buying another can until you fix this monstrous mistake and bring back the old flavor."
See? I mean, most people like that.
Yeah. Another wrote, "This new version helped me break an addiction to your product because the flavor is so bad." They say it's sweeter, sweeter and a little less of a punch, they say, with the new.
Now, if you're old enough like me to remember the 1980s, Coca-Cola changed the formula of their mothership way back when, and it was a big deal, and they needed like the most trusted, beloved person in America. Maybe it's time, because I happen to know that he's free.
Yes,
to bring Bill Cosby back for another Coke rebrand.
We have the spokesperson.
The incredible has happened. The impossible has become a reality. Coke actually tastes better than ever before. Yes, Coke has a new taste. And I'm standing here with this ice-cold, thirst-quenching, deliciously satisfying Coca-Cola, and it actually tastes better. Now, you know me, I always loved Coke for years and years. I like this Coke better. The new taste of Coca-Cola, better than ever before. Coke is it.
Well, you really had to push it.
It didn't go over.
You know me.
It didn't go.
I drink Coke.
I
had no idea.
Okay, I'm Bill Cosby. I drink Coke. It didn't work in the 80s.
No, it didn't last.
How long
too
did it take? Not a year.
Was it less than a year, right?
Yeah.
6 months, I believe, or less.
Then they had to bring back Coke Classic.
Yeah.
I think if Coke had any sense of humor at all, they'd roll Bill Cosby out there.
Sell Zero.
With a Coca-Cola Zero.
I'll tell you what. He pops on your TV, it'll freeze you in your tracks.
That's true.
Would that be amazing?
What's he done now?
If he gets out there.
Just right in the middle of commercials, there he is.
Yeah. But just
for Coke Zero. Oh, my God.
A lot has changed in the past few years. I've been inside. But you know what I miss the most?
Oh, my God, they did it.
They did it.
I'm telling you. If Coca-Cola had any sense of humor, if they wanted,
I put on some weight eating prison food.
Okay,
I'm reducing.
If they want to draw some eyeballs and they want to get some comments going, get your spokesperson.
No such thing as bad marketing.
Exactly.
Put it in his hand. And, he's blind now, right?
Supposedly, yes.
He could say, "I can't tell the
In
difference."
a blind taste test.
And I mean it. He didn't have to say a word.
No, he didn't have to
just
say a
hold the can and just turn to the camera.
and point at it.
With that smirky smirk.
Done.
This is the idea. This
Now
is
you've got
the
to
market.
You're welcome, Coca-Cola.
So what's the difference in Coke Zero Sugar and Diet Coke?
Big flavor difference.
That's a good question.
Diet Coke is way less sweet. It's flavored with aspartame. But Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, I have tasted it a few times. It does taste more like regular Coca-Cola. It's sweeter.
Absolutely.
It's a sweeter taste. Now, I like Diet Coke better. But
Diet Coke has 0 calories, correct?
yes.
So Zero Sugar probably has calories?
Nope.
No.
Nope, 0.
Huh.
And
So it doesn't cannibal, but
it's just
confusing.
I don't know what flavors Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, but it's not aspartame, I don't believe. And Diet Coke has a different taste because of it.
Yeah.
different sweeteners.
Yeah, different sweeteners. But I don't know what is in Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. The CEO, James Quincy, says while Coca-Cola Zero excuse me.
What is happening?
My God.
I've got something caught in my throat. I apologize.
Get him some water.
He's got water.
I'm sorry. All right, I'm back.
Did somebody say get him a Coke? See, that's how you start the commercial.
That's it. Show somebody coughing.
You know, when women sleep over at your place, you've got to wake them up in the morning when they've been sleeping with the Quaaludes and the Saxon and the Coke Zero. It's got the jolt to get them out the door. On your way. I
can't tell you how many times I've woken up in my apartment, which my wife does not know about, surrounded by sleeping females. That's why the car's fridge is always filled with a Coke.
I was going to quote the CEO, but I don't think.
Irrelevant now.
I don't think we need any more comments about it.
No.
We know. We know what Coca-Cola Zero is trying to do here. We know what Coca-Cola Zero is trying to do
He's
here.
available.
All right.
Better get to him before Jell-O.
Okay, so that's coming to the U.S. and Canada by the end of the month. We'll have. You can do a taste test on that.
I will,
You
yeah,
know
absolutely.
Zero sugar. You'll tell us what you think of it.
So the littlest patriot's already got his hands on a can.
Well, there was a can sitting in front of him in that meeting, and I kind of took note of it because you don't see him drinking a lot of.
Well, he told me that's
don't,
it. Well, he told me that's his
That's
soft
his
drink.
vice.
But
He
it said
liked it, yeah.
Coca-Cola across the top and the bottom in white lettering. It said zero sugar,
Yeah, he drinks.
which
those.
I'd never seen that can before. But I don't go down the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I did see a comparison. They're removing black lettering and they're putting. There's a little shade of black, but it looks a lot like the Coca-Cola.
It really
can.
does,
Very
yeah.
similar. Coke did not say how they were tweaking the recipe. They just said they were to make it taste more like Coca-Cola.
I'm going to taste test it.
They say diehard fans may notice a big difference, but many will not even. It'll be subtle. It'll be subtle enough they'll just like
See,
it.
Diet Coke has what Kelly and I love much better than Coke Zero, and that's a burn.
Burn. It has it better than Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah. The burn on a Diet Coke is tremendous.
It's the best. I haven't had it in 3 weeks.
Oh
There we go. We don't take artificial sweeteners.
no!
We just don't. I mean, that's what we do.
Do the Pepsis go down this line too, where they mess with zeros and
They got
diets?
something.
and-
I think they
Yeah,
have
but
one.
they
I think
have-
they have the same.
They got
line.
But I'll tell you this: Pepsi doesn't push their zero.
No.
But
No.
they have something. What do they call
have
it?
like a I forget the name, but it's
Pepsi
like a
Free?
Pepsi
Yeah.
Zero. But they don't really push it like Coke does.
Pepsi Free that's old school. That used to have
Pepsi Light with the lemon.
lemon. Lemon.
Pepsi Light had lemon.
And Pepsi.
right?
Yeah,
I think so. I had a lemon on the can. I never tasted it.
But Pepsi Free was a thing for a little while.
That wasn't clear, was it? That was something else.
That was Crystal Pepsi.
You're
Was
right.
it?
You're right.
Crystal Pepsi for just
It was
a
regular
little while.
Pepsi, but they just didn't put the coloring in it, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's the same thing. And nobody went to that. We liked it the way we
It
liked it.
didn't last long
I want the brown liquid.
Got to have it.
Yes, exactly. Biggie had one more quick thing to say, and this was controversial. This may I don't know. A lot
We
of
were
people
talking about your boy in
and
the previous
getting a
break.
job.
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Oh, there's nobody hiring. You know, he wants a job." Biggie said, "Don't at me," which means don't come at me. Don't get me on Twitter. But you have a take on teenagers working. I want you to say it because I think it's really interesting and controversial.
I said, and I know it's going to be an at me, but I don't think teens should work if they don't have to. If you have the means to let your teenager not work, I think you should just let them, if they need, give them an allowance.
Defend your position.
Because life is just S. From basically 18 on.
As an adult, you have to have a job.
Yeah, I started working at 15 because I wanted money. But if I could do it again, I wouldn't. Because I think those teen years, when you look back, were just so great. You're living at home, and the thing that messed it up is work. Because you're going to work forever.
For your whole life.
It's going to be terrible.
Yes.
No matter, even if you look, I don't care if people like their job. I like my job. But still, each morning I wake up and I'm like, oh, God.
I know.
None taken.
I'm just saying. I think everyone does it. I think everyone wakes up. So that's why, if you have the means to not have your teen work,
a little bit longer. 3 more years.
Yeah, 3 more years. Let them live. Let them enjoy
they've
life.
got the means.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying. I mean, some teens, they do have to work to help support the family. I see that. But I'm talking about if they don't have to, don't make them. And I know it's like, we got to instill a hard work, blah, blah, blah. That's instilled by force because once you get in the job field, you're like, oh, this is hell.
you have to have it.
Yeah.
But as a parent, and when you see your kids sitting there watching TV or playing video games from 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 or 9 o'clock at night, every day of the week, 7 days a week, you're like, you need to be doing something. Even if you've got them doing the minimal stuff around the house.
No, because you got to realize, as I said, from 18 on, life is shite.
You've made that.
So I'm just saying.
abundantly clear.
Good
So,
point.
if they're sitting there playing video games all day, you just know they're not going to be able to do that much longer.
Well,
so let them enjoy it now.
The only problem there is I think you make a good point. At one point you have to enter the workforce. I mean, for me, it was 13. I've had a job since I was 13. You 15, but like right now, my son is constantly like, I want to go play golf. Give me $40. It takes a lot.
Yeah,
I want to go.
I know. Yeah,
that's the problem. If he learned it on his own, then he learns early the responsibility that I'm making my own money, and it helps you manage money better. And you learn all those lessons.
But I just think I spent my entire senior year of high school working a job that required me to get up at 4:30 in the morning every Saturday and Sunday. I couldn't hang out with my friends because I hated it.
Yes,
I hated it. But I did it because the money was good, and you know why else I did it? And I should have said no. It was my dad.
He made you.
He thought it was great I had that job. I felt. But looking back on it, I should have said no. I want my time with my friends because, as I've said multiple times, and I mean it, from 18 on, life is shite.
Yeah.
You heard him.
It's a blanket statement. It does get pretty hard.
Yeah, it does.
When you're an adult,
I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade the time I worked in high school.
Yeah,
I loved it. I met so many different people.
You get those memories.
You do things you probably wouldn't normally do. You made money.
That's right.
And
not to get too pie in the sky, but as Chris Kelly said, you do learn how to you save money. You save it up for stuff you want. You learn to balance your time commitments. I can't go to the football game. I got to study because I've got to work tomorrow.
And you don't notice it, but you learn to be around people that you have to be around, and how to deal with other people, whether they're customers or people you work
as your
with,
teammates
that you're forced to be with in relationships.
It's true.
You're not just in your little core of friends.
It teaches you a lot of good values, and you do get until you're about 15 to do whatever you want. So but boy, once you start,
you're not working 40 hours a week usually.
No, but I'll tell you this. Now, when I worked, we would joke about me working at Henry James Barbecue, but I would go to school, get off at 3:15. I'd be at work by 4. I'd have to work till 9:30. I'd get home. I'd do my homework till like 11, and then that was it.
Do it again.
It was school and work all the time. Yeah. It was.
Forever and ever.
We played that a lot. That was playing little Randy Travis.
Randy RT.
Oh God, I love that.
May he rest.
Ben, he still is. Ben, you're talking about
yes,
working.
sir.
Don't add him, but Biggie says, wait, let him go through college, get into college before they start working. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The biggest life skill any human can learn is 2 years of retail dealing with the general public. Know how to make eye contact, speak to people. It's amazing the people that you deal with today at a professional level that look at their feet the whole time they're talking to you.
So true.
And can't engage anyone.
So true.
A lot of people make the same argument. Retail is certainly your front lines. Especially nowadays.
That's what you're saying.
But the restaurant service industry, too.
Absolutely right. My son, God love him. I love him. I do.
But you can do so much more. You can almost tell people who have that skill.
Yes, because
when they did it when they were younger.
Well, like yesterday, I said that lady came to work out with me at the gym. She wanted to come and work out with me because she likes the show. It was great. Yeah. She drove an hour.
Yeah, that's right.
My son
still here.
Right. Yeah, my son said, might be a John Lennon moment. I said, no, I don't think so. It wasn't. She couldn't have been
Don't
nicer.
at your mom about this, by the way.
Yeah, Mom doesn't need to know.
She couldn't have been nicer. My son was there. I chatted with her for a long time. My son just says hello and then, never makes it. And even when we go through drive-through windows, I chat him up. I said, chat him up. Talk to him. He won't do it.
Part of that's being around your parents.
I guess that's
sometimes it's a different situation.
He needs to learn that skill.
How old was this other woman?
I can't say.
Huh?
I'm not going to say, but
was she?
She's terrific.
Was she healthy?
She was healthy. She was very healthy.
Athletic.
Worked out. Did the workout. We're sweating together, rolling together, high fiving.
Lord, can you not use human trafficking terms, Dave?
Sweating, working, rolling.
Is she healthy?
She's mobile.
Is she clean?
How clean is she?
Ew.
Tell me more.
Gross.
She is clean. She was very clean. All her teeth were good. Everything about her. Yeah, she was really
like one of those
good
guys.
Gums.
Good gums. Yeah.
Like one of those guys at the end of that movie Taken, just sitting in a room as they roll the girls out. Is she healthy? I'll bid on her.
Make a bid for her.
Did you take a picture with your camera?
Yes, we took a picture. Oh, not with mine. No,
Dave is dying to see the picture.
Hers.
Just show Dave the picture.
I don't have the picture. It was with hers.
I'd like to talk to you after the show.
She took the picture with hers. Bob, one more comment on working as a teen. Biggie says, let them live. Don't make them work at 14 or 15. Go ahead.
I love Biggie, but I cannot stand with him here.
No. Yeah. Most people can't.
I started working when I was 13.
Yep.
I'm 60. I have not had a day off my entire life, and I've had a ball. My kid, my stepson, we didn't let him work. Mother spoiled the crap out of him, and he's a useless genius.
Good term.
Wow, that's a great line.
A useless genius. Maybe that's what Biggie is.
Maybe.